Imagine a world where there's unwavering determination, resiliency, and a zeal for completing your goals, for living your dreams, and living the life that you always wanted to do. Just only sit there and imagine to yourself on what something like that may even look like. In life, there's so many directions, so many paths, there's so many places that you can go, but there's only one path that you can take in order for you to reach your goals, reach your dreams, and become the very best version of yourself that you wish to become. In life, you're only looking down or you're looking ahead. Beautiful morning! What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Sinbad Says. It's another great episode for you today. Now, I want to do this thing a little differently today. Now, usually you would see me outside, you would see me in the daytime and the sun is bright, or there's gonna be times where you might have seen me like out and it may have been clouds of gray, but we're taking it inside. This is something that I like. We're in an enclosed space and it's something where I can get up close and personal with you. Like I said, this is going to be a very different video. So I want to talk to you guys about something that's very important, that's going to require me to speak to you from this level, from a very, very purposeful and personal level. So I want to let you know that what I'm doing is deliberate. What I'm doing is here, and especially for you, for everybody that's tuning in, I want to thank you. If you're watching this video, if you're not subscribed to the channel, or first of all, if you don't even know who I am, my name is Sinbad JDP, and I'm a motivational speaker, and I help people with shifting their mindset so they can get back up, don't look down, and change their narrative. That is 3 things that I help people with, help young men do, and help first-time fathers do. And if you're watching this video, I just want to thank you so much. Like it, comment, subscribe, and please share with your friends, because we got so much more that we can talk about. But for today, I want to talk to you guys about going all in. I want to talk to you guys about getting up, getting out, and putting everything into what you want to do, into your dreams. Now, a lot of times in our lives, we start to think to ourselves, what do we want to do? We start growing up. As a young man, you grow up and you first start off by either playing with toys, you go and play with your dad, you go outside and you guys play catch, you watch some sports, you go to games, you go do all types of things while you're growing up. Because as a young man, as a little boy, your mind is very malleable and you're susceptible to picking up and seeing so many things in your life that you start to get enamored by these things. And you start to think about, what is it that you like about this thing that you want to do? Eventually, you start to develop a passion for it. You start to develop an interest in this thing and you want to start doing it. For instance, there's people that start getting into football when you grow up and you watch your dad and he watches football all day. Not all day, but you know, Sundays is football day for everybody. Anytime when it's a Sunday and it's the afternoon from like 1 o'clock to 9 p.m. at night, it's football season. We're watching football. We're gonna go ahead and get on the game sometimes, and we'll play some football games, or we may even go and watch a football game for the city, or you may even get some tickets to see a football game depending on where you live. And you start to pick up on something like that. You start to think, hey, I really like this sport. This sport is looking really good. I'm starting to enjoy it and take an interest in it, until you finally go out one day and you play it yourself. And then you're like, wow, I really like playing football. I want to be a football player. I want to be in the NFL. You start seeing people like Tom Brady. You might start seeing people like Eli Manning. You see a whole lot of different people like Shannon Sharp. You see different people who are football players as you're growing up, and you just want to start playing. You start wanting to be like those people, and then you get up and you get out and you get going on that dream and say, I'm gonna be a football player. That's what people like Inky Johnson wanted to do. There's people there that wanted to do these things and be the very best version of themselves, and they decided to go out there and make it happen. And guess what? You're not an exception. You're no different. You want to go out there and you want to make everything that you dream about come true. But first of all, how do you do something like that? Well, I want to give you guys some tips on how to do that. And the very first thing I want to tell you guys to do is go all in. Going all in is going to be the very thing that get you to where you want to go. It's going to be the very thing that gets you on your purpose. It's going to be the very thing that's going to get you on that path that you need to take, instead of being the person that just say, oh, I want to play football, but I'm not getting up to go to the gym. I'm not getting up and I'm not running those miles, those laps that I'm supposed to do in the morning. Oh, I'm not going home after school and getting ready to practice or try out for the team. Or I'm just gonna be the person that just want to say that I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it halfway, or I'm gonna do it until I get to a comfortable position, and then all of my fuel and motivation for it is gonna fall down and I don't have to worry about it no more. Listen, if you wanna be your very best version, you have to go all in. And some of you guys may be wondering, well, Sinbad, how do I go all in? How do I do that? How do I become the very best version of myself? Well, I want to tell you this in 3 simple principles on how to do that. Number 1, I want to tell you to get some clarity of purpose. Get serious about your purpose. Get serious about what you want to do. And this ain't just talking about people that want to play football, because that was just the example. This is for all the young men that have a dream, all the fathers that have a dream, everybody that want to be something in your life, everybody that want to be the very best version. If you're a first-time father and you want to set an example, you got to go all in. You got to show that example to your kids on what it means to go all in. That's exactly what I want to do every single time with my 2 daughters. That's right. I have 1 daughter. A lot of you guys know that I have it when you watch the video, but now I have 2 daughters. My second daughter was just born on the 25th of July, and it's so great. It's so awesome. I'm so happy about it, and I want to tell you now, it got me a bigger zeal to go all in. And now, the way that I start by going all in is gaining some clarity of my purpose. What you need to do is get clarity of your purpose. Get serious about what your purpose is. So how do you do that? Is first of all, identify what your goals are. How are you going to reach those goals? What are the steps that you're going to take to get on those goals? What are the steps that you're going to take to be able to make sure that you're going on that path and staying on that path? Like I said earlier in the video, you're either going 2 directions in your life, and that's either by going down or by going ahead. I need you guys to get some clarity on your purpose so you can be able to move ahead. Because when you're going down, you don't know what direction you're going. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know how you're going to do it. And then you start to look down on it and start to think that you can't do it, and you lose the motivation for it. And then you just start to go back to that regular version of yourself, that normal, common version of yourself that you see too much. I don't want you guys to keep looking at these things this way. I want you guys to look forward and say, what is the version of myself usually doing around this time? What is he doing in the morning? What is he doing in the afternoon? What is he eating? What is he drinking? What is he exercising on? What is he implementing into his brain so that he can be able to go all in? I need you guys to check out the philosophy of the person you want to be and start being that. Start believing that you can be that. Start believing that that's who you are right now, because you need to get that clarity. You got to eliminate the distractions that's around, because if you're hanging around people, if you're starting to do things that is more so a hobby and not your purpose filled goal, then you are going to find yourself going down. You're going to find yourself going in a different direction. You're going to find yourself outside of your purpose. I need you to understand your why. Why do you do this thing? Who are you doing this thing for? You got to do it bigger than you. It's got to be something bigger than who you are. And that's what's going to get you to keep on going. My why and my purpose, why I'm doing this, is because of the very fact that I got a zeal for God and He called me to do this. Not only that, is because of the very fact that I want to help young men, because I was down. I fell down. I was looking down. I didn't get back up a lot of times. I fell down one time and I just felt so terrible about it. I felt like I couldn't do that thing anymore. I felt like I didn't want to do it. I'm a musician, guys. I love to make music. And when I started making music in 2015, I was ready to go out there and show everyone that I'm the best rapper in the world. I dropped a mixtape in 2017, and I started planning on dropping an EP with my brother and trying to do that in 2018, 2019, keep pumping music, 2020, 2021, 2022, but none of that stuff happened. I was inconsistent. I was too distracted by my friends. I was too worried about being in a relationship. I was too worried about so many other things that wasn't allowing me to stay on my purpose and just start saying, listen, all of these things are here, but I'm going to keep going on my purpose and keep moving because I have a why. Who am I doing this for now? And I'm doing it for my wife now. My wife, I'm doing it for my daughter who turned 3. I'm doing it for my daughter who was just born, and this is what I'm doing it for, my family. Who you're doing this thing for is very, very important. And if you don't have a why, if you don't have a who, if you don't know what you're doing this for, you're not gonna be a person that's able to go all in. You gotta get clear. You gotta make sure that your purpose is something that is filled, and how you're gonna get that purpose going is if you understand your why, if you understand where you're going and what it is that you're gonna do. And that's the first principle that I'm telling you right now. But let's get on to principle number 2. Principle number 2 is persistent effort. Listen, there's going to be circumstances. There's going to be challenges. There's going to be obstacles. There's going to be things that are well beyond your control. But you got to make sure that you have all the persistence, the resiliency, and the tenacity to keep on going. No matter what is happening in your life, you got to make sure that these things that come in your life isn't going to be something that breaks you down. I had this challenge for so many years. I'm 28 years old, guys, and like I said, I started trying to make music in 2015. Now, that's a long time from now. Not too long, but you get what I'm saying. In 2015, I turned 20. We're in 2024, and I'm 28 now. That's a full whopping 8 years. And I was trying to make music. I was trying to be the best rapper. I was trying to make some money so I don't have to work a job anymore. And every time I made sure that I was gonna go do something, it had to be through all the adversities that was happening. But I wasn't able to do it on a consistent level. I wasn't able to sustain this type of thing. This was something that I felt like that I couldn't even do for a long time or keep doing on a consistent level, because every time something happened, I would tell myself, oh, well, I guess I can't do it today. Every time there's a circumstance, I guess I can't do it today. Every time that there's an obstacle, I guess I can't do it today. Every time a friend is asking me to go somewhere when I'm supposed to be at home writing my music, honing my skills, well, I guess I'm just going to go hang out with my friends because they asked me to go hang out. Listen, you need to be all in. You need to stay focused. You need to make sure that you're being persistent and you're putting the effort each and every single single day and applying some discipline in your life. If you keep getting up in the morning and saying, I don't feel like doing this, or oh, I can't do it because a situation happened. Oh, something happened with my car and I need to get it fixed, so I can't do this today. No, go see what's wrong with your car. Make sure that your car is straight. And then after that, you go and continue working on your purpose. You go and continue working on your goal. I just went to work today and I had such a crappy day. And now I'm tired and I don't know if I'm going to be able to just keep on going for today. So I'm going to chill for the rest of the day and then I'm going to pick back up tomorrow. Listen, yesterday you said tomorrow. This is a new day and I need you to get up and get on your purpose. I need you to get up and keep going. I need you to get up and keep telling yourself, no matter how I'm feeling, I'm going to put in the effort, because these obstacles, they're not going to stop. They're going to keep on going. But guess what? The obstacles, the setbacks, they're not something to bring you down. They're something to build you up and grow you and go into that major comeback. It doesn't matter what happened. If you broke up with a girl, if your friends done cut you off, if you got betrayed by your homie, if you just lost your job, if you're going through a divorce, or if you just don't really know what to do. You got kicked out of your house for whatever reason and you just said, you know what, I can't do it. No, these circumstances are exactly what you need to keep you going and get you going, to give you that motivation and to fuel your fire. That pain and that anger that you feel, turn that into passion and put in the effort each and every day to tell them that this is what I'm gonna do. Listen, there's a lot of times that I was struggling. Okay, there was a lot of times where I felt like I couldn't keep going. There's a lot of times where I feel like that I wasn't being able to put in the effort. But then I said, you know what? I got to keep on going because I got somebody to do this for. I want to be the best motivational speaker that I can be. I want to make sure that I can speak to everybody. There was a time when I was going to the Next Level Speakers Conference. Let me tell you guys a quick story, okay? This past June, I went to the Next Level Speakers Conference. I went there from June 7th all the way to June 9th. And I tell you what, it was so hard for me to get over there. First, I was going to go drive over there. But sadly, there was an incident that happened and I couldn't get a rental car. So after that, I was told, hey, you and your wife can go on a plane. And I'm like, okay, let's see if we can go do something like that. Then I got a call saying, hey, I got something that I don't think it's a good idea for you to bring your wife because, you know, she can have complications. She's very far in her pregnancy and I don't think it's a good idea. And I'm thinking like, bro, how am I going to be able to go? I got to try to make sure that I get on the plane that same day because the conference was starting the very next day and I was going to try to drive up there already, but I couldn't get a rental car and I got to find a plane. My wife is pregnant and it could be very dangerous for her to go. So it's like, what can we do? So what we did here, this is my own belief as well. I'm a Christian. You guys know that. I know some of you guys may not believe it. I'm not telling you what to believe, but I am telling you that there's something that you should believe in. My belief just happened to be in God. And what we did, we went and we done prayed. We done thought about everything that we was going to do. And we came to the solution. They said, hey, there's a plane that's coming. You guys can go ahead and take that plane. You can take the plane yourself, Sinbad, and you can just go there and we'll watch over your wife, make sure that she's good, make sure that she's straight, and that everything goes smoothly. And that's exactly what I did. I went and I got on the plane, and even though I couldn't get a rental car, I was able to go to the Next Level Speakers Conference. I was able to go and get me some good gems, some good information, and some good clarity of my purpose. And I got all of this because of the fact that I wanted to be persistent and make an effort to get over there. Taking an Uber from my friend's house in Jonesboro all the way to Peachtree in Atlanta, and just doing that for the last 3 days, going up there and getting that clarity. I even got baptized over there just because of the fact that I wanted to be persistent. I wanted to be clear on what I wanted to do, and because I knew that God was getting me over there. So for everybody there that's wondering, how you going to do this? How am I going to build my faith? How am I going to be able to make sure that I'm doing doing good and make sure that I'm living on my purpose and doing right, you gotta be persistent. You gotta be persistent in your faith in God. You gotta be persistent in your tenacity. You gotta be persistent in your will. You gotta do it with all your might, with all your soul, with all your strength, with all of your faith. You gotta make sure that you're doing this thing, and the only way you're gonna do it is by putting in the persistent effort. That's what it is. Tell yourself, I'm gonna put in persistent effort. I'm gonna live on my purpose. You gotta glean the clarity of purpose and have the persistent effort. Listen, I made a video called Live on Purpose, so check that out if you want to get more clarity on what your purpose is. Stop living on accident. Live on your purpose. Keep doing that thing, and then after that, put in the action to have persistent effort. And the last principle I want to tell you guys right now is some learning of adaptability. Learn adaptability, okay? What is adaptability? That means you need to be coachable. That means you need to be able to stop being stubborn. You need to start listening. You need to open your mind to new things, because I know there's a lot of times when we can get caught up in making our dreams come true, and we like to do things in a certain way that makes us comfortable. But guess what? Comfortability is just stagnation. The only way you're gonna grow is if you make yourself uncomfortable and keep adapting and learning new things. So if you guys are having trouble with that, I advise you to get you a coach. You guys can always hit me up here if you need to learn anything. If you want to know how you want to do that, get you a coach. Go ahead. It don't have to be me. It could be anybody. It can be somebody that you know. It could be a friend that's already did it. You can look online for someone that's been in that field and they did it. You gotta go ahead and learn how to be adaptable. You gotta learn how to change and shake things up. It's something that I'm learning myself more and more each day. Every single day I get online, I start posting my videos, and I try to post no matter what and try to continue being persistent in my effort. When I get up in the morning, I make a quick good morning video, a quick beautiful morning video. I know y'all hear that every day. You hear it every single morning, and I tell everybody they got a message for you today. Guess what? You got to be persistent in that effort, and you got to be able to adapt, because you got to start, because I want people to see my stuff. I gotta adapt, because when I post it, it can go either from no views to 400 views to 1,000 views. It can go up depending on your adaptability, depending on my own adaptability as a content creator. I might like doing something a certain way, but then listen, sometimes the way that you like doing it ain't the best way to do it. And that's something that I'm learning. I had to start learning, okay, what kind of music I want to put? How do I want to title my videos? I got to add captions. What kind of effects do I want to put on the video? What do I want to say? Who do I want to target? How am I going to get this out to as many people as possible? And how am I going to keep it in line with my values, with my goals, with my purpose? That's how you got to be adaptable. You got to learn to be adaptable, because when you're able to do that, you got to be able to make the changes. And I know it's hard, because we like doing things and being comfortable. But guess what? Being comfortable is only going to cause your seed to wither and die. I need you guys to be adaptable. I need you to be able to change within your environment. I need you guys to be like water. Bruce Lee said you got to be like water, because you can put water in a cup and it'll take that form. But you put it anywhere else, guess what? It's going to take the form of wherever else you put it. You can't be rock solid and just never ever changing. Because if you're never going to change, you're never going to grow. And if you're not going to grow, you're going to find yourself in the same place, and you're going to find yourself way behind. Get some adaptability in your life. Learn it from a coach. Take that advice. Open your mind. You may not like it every single time, but if you just tell yourself, this may be something that I can learn. This may be something that can help me. This may be something that I can apply to my life. This may be something that I can do to make myself better. This is something that you need, and I need you to go ahead and do that. And that's how you're going to go all in. So remember, gain some clarity of your purpose. Get serious. Eliminate those distractions and know your why, and know what exactly your goals is and what steps you want to take. And then I need the persistent effort every single day. Discipline, discipline, with discipline. Be humble, get some gratitude, and put some discipline in it. And always make sure that you're going to do it no matter what the circumstances is. Because these circumstances don't make a man, they reveal himself to him. And you want to be a man that's tenacious and always have the persistent effort. And lastly, adaptability. I need you to be coachable. I need you to always be able to adapt to a situation to where you can make yourself better, so you can continue to make your content better, so you can make your brand better, so you can start to learn. Listen, you got to be adaptable. And there's a lot of times that there's so many people that don't want to be adaptable because they think they know everything. But listen, the person that thinks he knows everything knows nothing at all. Tell yourself this. Put yourself in a room with people that are smarter than you. Don't be the smartest one in the room. Don't be the smartest one in your friend group. Be the one that's learning. Be with people that are smarter than you, so then you can learn from them and you can make yourself a whole lot better. And that's how you be adaptable. That's how you be coachable. That's how you be a person that's open-minded, so then you can be able to keep on growing. Develop that growth mindset. And the only way you're going to grow is if you be adaptable. So go all in. Do it from your heart and in your inner soul, and make sure that your guys are going to win. Make sure that you guys are going to win. I love you guys. That's the message that I have for you today. There's other videos coming soon, but guess what? I just wanted to tell you guys this right now. Like I said, it's a little different than what it usually is. We're in an enclosed space, and I just wanted to tell you guys this thing very quickly because this is what you need. The direction that you're going in your life is always going to be ahead. You looking ahead, not looking to the side, not looking back, not looking down, and not with your head in the clouds, but looking ahead. And the only way you're going to do that is if you keep on looking forward and go all in. Don't look down. Get back up and change your narrative. And the only way you do that is by looking forward. Don't look down. Anywhere else that you look is going to bring you down. But if you want to find yourself up, look ahead, because that's where you're going to get going to your goals. I love you guys. This is Sinbad JDP. Can't wait to see you on the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, share it with the friend, share it with the man who needs to hear this, share this with the first-time father who needs to hear this, because this is something you got to hear as well. Be adaptable to your kids, because you know they're going to need you. You got to go ahead and have the persistent effort each and every day for your kids and learn why you're doing this. And you got to be clear on your purpose and what your goals are for your family, and what type of man you want your kids to see. So go up there and show the world how you get down. Get up, get out, get going, and show love. I love you guys. Jesus loves you, and be free.